Hello and welcome to YEN TV. My name is Philip Abutiati. Today we are talking about alopecia. Yes, just before we start our discussion, let me just give you a brief background. And so alopecia universalis is a condition characterized by the complete loss of hair on the scalp and body. It is an advanced form of alopecia areata, a condition that causes round patches of hair loss. The health condition affects a minute population in the world and is not considered a viral disease. Now, there's a lady known as Adwowa Obeng who has been discovered to have the condition for over 20 years now, and she came out. She has been hiding it for some time. On her 30th birthday, she came out to say that yes, this is a condition she's been living with, and so we are here in the studio to interact with her. Adwowa, good morning and good to have you.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You're looking pretty.
Thank you.
Right, so quickly, let's get to know a bit about you. Who is Adwowa?
Adwowa Obeng. Adwowa Obeng is a teacher. Is a twin.
A teacher?
Yes.
Where do you teach?
In the senior high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Which school?
I'm not going to tell you.
What course?
Home economics. Oh. Yes, a very important course. For my opinion, it's one of the best courses one can offer, home economics. I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of person. Crazy is like my third middle name. So you can't know me and not know that and not associate crazy with me. And yeah, basically, I'm just your average. I'm not an average kind of girl though, because I'm there. I have alopecia, you don't. So yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So that's basically me.
You're a twin. Where's your twin brother or sister?
Sister. She's not in the country at the moment. She's doing her master's right now.
Oh, I see. Is she as pretty as you?
I'm prettier.
All right. So, at what age were you diagnosed, or at what age did you start seeing signs of alopecia?
It was at 8 years. It began like a ringworm, like a small circle on the back of my head. My mom saw it and actually beat me because she thought I had cut my hair. Oh. Yes. And then the next day, she realizes it's too smooth and too, circular to be something that I did on my own. So then she thought it was ringworm. My mom is a nurse, so you know how they can get. So she began to treat it for ringworm. And then it began to spread. The small patches began to spread. I call it like dame, sort of. And then they will shrink in size and then become big again. But then eventually it got to a point where when you pull my hair, I don't feel it. Then it will be in your hands. So I'll wake up in the morning and I have hair on my pillow. I'll take a shower and it's in the bathtub. So with that, gradually everything just fell off, and then I got this.
It means at first you had hair on your hair.
Yes.
It was black.
Yes, like hair. Like I had a full head of hair. Like I used to do afro a lot. Oh. So from afro to sakura was a big blow to me. But then even then I had fun with it. I told my dad that he owes me baba fee because I'm not barbering my hair, so he owes me. And then I remember I told myself that I'm even smarter now because now air is passing on my head. So when I learn, it goes in faster. There's nothing blocking it at that age. So it was fun for me. It was fun, yes, but it was challenging as well. And because we didn't know exactly what it was, even my sisters were afraid to share a bed with me at home. Yes, because we thought it was ringworm, and that is contagious. So nobody wanted to come close to me. Even in school, it was a bit tough.
And at that time, even now, it's not a very popular condition. Mm-hmm. So at that time, I'm sure little was known about the condition.
Yeah, exactly.
So how were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
I felt I had done something wrong. I felt I wasn't beautiful. That was one. I felt, why me? Like, why does that have to be me and somebody else? And I was a child. And it didn't really hit me so much until when I got into the teenage years, when, puberty and the boys are calling girls out and nobody's calling you to hang out. And I felt I was ugly, but then it was tough. It was tough. It was very, very tough. It wasn't easy. Growing up in a society where everybody has hair, you have the hair and then it goes, and some thought it was spiritual and the whole, I think maybe you've eaten something, but I did like 1,001 tests and they all came out negative. So At that age, it was tough.
I'm sure you heard a lot of funny comments, funny suggestions. You know, in Ghana, people prescribe drugs, people prescribe things you should do. You know, what were some of the comments, especially back in school?
Oh, the most popular one was Santo.
Santo Bele.
Yes, Santo Pelele. And then then I had Bates.
Bates, what's
yes,
that?
Bates. Bates was like a popular football thingy. Like a keeper. So I mean, you can imagine. I've been popular for some time. So yeah, Bates is my was my nickname in school, and that was basically like the main two things: Sakura, Bates, Santo. You know, basically the Lord is my Baba. Yes, that one. And then so it was just initially they called me that and I would cry, and I had two of my teachers, Miss Neem and the Miss Menu. They told me, you know what, when they call you the name, respond Jomoso Momo fans Ombejai. I was like, the moon name there, cause you think it's easy. But then I was like, okay, why not? So they called me. I was like, but I was like, yeah. Someone was like, yeah. Then eventually it all just died down, and then I was a normal child again, just going to school without hair and stuff like that. And then I had to start. I got used to wearing caps and scarves a lot. So my scarf game is tight down there. Don't joke my scarf game.
So were people prescribing, you know, solutions?
Yeah, a lot of drugs. Like mostly because my mom was a nurse, she made sure whatever I took in didn't have any effects on me. So I did a lot of topical ones, things that would apply on my head. I did a lot of things like different types. Not way up, try way, you know, try this mixture and try this and eat this kind of foods and stuff like that. But then I was just tired. And then I mean the first medication I took was one my dad found. That was Hair Fantastic, and I used that one for some time. And then my hair came back.
Oh.
It was sweet for like a year.
That was around what age?
That was I was in class 6 going to JHS 1 when it began to grow.
So around 12, 13 thereabouts.
Exactly. And then Form 2, 13 long back, I lost everything again. That one really hit me hard, because to see it, and I had fun with that hair, Charlie, like baby hair, and I would just style it and I was scarfy and the waist would be there, and it was fun. I had fun with that hair, and then for it to just go off like that for no reason, because I was still on my medication, I didn't stop it, and then it just fell off again. So it was really hard for me, but then my friends were very supportive. I remember going to school Form 3 first time. I went to school very late. And I got to class, and one boy shouted, "Hey!" And then the other boys just shut him up, and then said, "Kaka, come and sit here." They actually saved me a seat in class, and that was really nice of my friends. So for my friends, I had good friends, and my family was my support team were amazing. And then me myself, with time I got to speak up for myself, sort of. So that kind of helped a lot.
So, did you ever have a boyfriend? Did any guy ask you out?
Of course, I have boyfriends. I had boyfriends. I've had boyfriends.
When did you have your first boyfriend?
My first boyfriend was. It's okay. I know we can edit this one out, right? So that my mom doesn't know. So my first boyfriend was in senior high.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in senior high.
And he was okay. He didn't. He wasn't.
I was so good hiding it. I think none of my boyfriends knew except those that asked. I would tell you, but then you would never see. I mean, all the way to uni, even till now, unless I saw you, wouldn't know. From level 100 to 400, none of my roommates knew. The video came out, and two of my roommates were like, "What?" And I was like, "Hey, it never came up in conversation. There was never another guy. Oh, I don't have hair. It never came up." But then I told 3 people when I got to level 300. That was my best friend Abigail, Rahina, and then Thelma. So, and before I would tell somebody, I'll give them like a scenario that, I have this friend who has this condition, blah, blah. So based on your response, I would know whether I can trust you with my secrets or not. And I told them, and then, so I told them in level 100. Then 300, I'm like, "Do you guys remember this girl?" Like, yeah. I'm like, "Okay, so that girl is me." And then I remember Abigail and Rahina breaking down in tears, crying.
Why crying? Yeah. What was their reason for crying?
They didn't believe it was me, because I have this bubbly... I mean, if you know me, you know me. I have this bubbly, happy going attitude where nothing really seems to get me down. that kind of thing. Nothing seems to get me down. So they were surprised to how I have this condition and still be happy and excited like like I am. And they were sad because they felt, oh my goodness, like how can you be suffering like this? I'm like, I'm not suffering. Like, I'm okay. You are the ones who are crying. I'm not crying. And it was interesting to see them cry. I just had a laugh at them for a while. Though, but
That sounds very interesting. But really, so why did you decide to come out on your 30th birthday?
I felt ungrateful. I can't step out of, even if I'm going to throw rubbish outside, I have to go and get a scarf. Video call, I won't make a video call until I have my wig on or my scarf on. And I can't even leave my house without drawing eyebrows. So I was just tired. I just felt it's just hard time. I just, showed everybody the real me. I mean, I've always been myself. I've always been confident and comfortable about myself. I just thought, why are you hiding? And then also, I've been telling my students to, be courageous, accept themselves for who they are. They shouldn't ever feel they're not beautiful or stuff like that. And then I'm like, here I am telling my students to do this, embrace themselves, and here I am hiding. To me, it didn't really make sense that I would tell people this and then do something else. So I just had to just do it. And it was just right. Because I remember 2 years ago, my sister asked me, do you think you can ever go? I was like, me. I said, Munduro. And then last year, my birthday, I was just sitting down, reflecting on, what I had done over the years. And I was like, you know what? It's Abre. Enzo Biako, why stress yourself? And I was just tired of, I realized no matter what I do, people will talk. So why not give them something to talk about? Something I can control. And then I began to realize I'm actually beautiful without my wig.
Oh yeah, you are. I told you.
Honestly, I thought actually, and I had my nieces and my nephews always saying, Auntie's like, Aunt, you look nice. And that was even before I wear the wigs. So I was like, for me, when a child tells me I'm looking good, that's like, it means I'm looking good. Exactly. So for them to say that to me, I felt really proud, and I just got to be comfortable with myself. And I just felt, you know what, people will talk anyways. And also, it saves me the hassle of trying to explain to everybody why I have like smooth skin and why I have to draw eyebrows every day. That whole burden is off the table now, and I don't have to explain to the boyfriends why I'm always wearing a wig and stuff like that. Now, if you see me, this is me. Like, yeah. So
This is how God made you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and at some point I was like, God made me, and then He realized I'm too perfect. And then my grandmother did a good job shaping my head as a baby. So he was like, why cover this good job that my grandmother has done? And then he's like, boom, I'm going to give you a piece. Like,
shout out to your grandmother. Where is she?
Oh, she passed on.
Oh,
My thanks to grandma. But then it's been tough.
Before we even talk about the challenges, have you met people with a similar condition in Ghana?
Yes.
A lot of them.
I've met, let me say, 2 people. One I met on social media, and when she came on TTFM, Lahadi Samira, she has alopecia areata. So I heard a story earlier this year, and then on my birthday after the awareness, one lady also reached out to me. I've forgotten how to pronounce her name. She also reached out to me, and then she also has the same condition. But then outside there in the US, it's common, if I can say that, because my sister would always send me do a video and go like, see, like this person has it. I was like, okay, and it's very common because in the US I know like 3 people who have it and they walk about feeling free. I'm like, I just want to be free as well. So this whole 30th birthday thing was just felt right. It was just right, and hey, it's 30. It's 3 decades. I didn't come to play.
I know, right? So has there been an instance where your condition maybe made you stand out among your peers, maybe a competition or something? And
Oh, me myself, without the condition, I stand out. My friends would say I'm the life of the party. I'm that girl. Once you see me, I'm never forgotten. I'm troublesome. My friends would say, Adwowa, what are you doing? Adwowa, they worry. But then whenever I'm not around, they miss me. Yes. I mean, So those people who got to know my condition after the big reveal were like, all these times. I'm like, yes. But I'm like, but what? It didn't really. There was, I mean, most of them like there was no way they could tell because I did sports in uni: basketball, volley, football, handball, and I was all in a week. I would go swimming with my friends, and I was in a week. So I mean, and they were baffled like, if it's a week, why did you have come at some point? Like, master, I strapped it on well. Like, I knew how to wear my wigs correctly, and it was just fun.
So can you give me an instance where a family member of you stood for you and you can never forget? Before we came on here, you were sharing one experience with your sister.
That would be my twin sister, Pain. So one day, one guy laughed at me in school, and because my sister was there, initially I wouldn't really talk. If you tease me, I'll just tell you, wait for me, I'm coming. And I'll go and call my twin sister, then she'll come and she'll shake you. So one boy actually laughed at me, and then it was closing. And then so I went with my sister, went to the boy's house. When she got there, the boy was not in, and then the mom said, he's not in. Then she's like, I'm going home to change. I'll come back. She comes home, changes, goes to the boy's house, warns both the mother and the son that if the son laughs at me again, she will come to the house and beat the boy there. Oh. So I mean, with a sister like that, and then my big sisters also always make sure that anybody, if you said anything negative about me and I wasn't there, they would correct you. And so for me, I'll say I had a very good support system. I had friends who would shut people up. In uni, I mean, someone would go ask a friend, is it true that Ajah doesn't have? He's like, could be sano. Exactly. And I was that type that you can't approach me and go score. I remember one time, one was like, hey, you was like, hey, Chingaling, I wounded Diana. You know, that is how I am. If you say A, I'll say B, C, D. Because I didn't want anybody saying something negative about me and then you just go score. It
means the condition has made you tough. You've learned to be strong.
Exactly. It did. It has. I mean, my friends say I'm a bully, but hey, that's what you get.
So do you see your condition as a blessing or a curse?
I see it as a blessing. Initially, I thought it was a curse, but I see it as a blessing because I don't know, but now I feel more comfortable. Yesterday, for instance, I got dressed and then I wore a cap and I'm like, I just took it. I'm like, hey, see you. Today I say, let's go out with your hair like that. And I think I'm blessed because it didn't affect me anyway. And I think I got comfortable, I said to myself, when I began to draw closer to God. And I realized, if they say, initially I thought, the whole saying, a woman's glory is her hair. I thought, if I don't have everything, I don't have any glory. And I'm like, wait, if the glory is the hair, which is just on the head, and he's taking mine, which means my glory is every single part of me, so I'm better than even those who have the hair. I was like, okay, so I'm in a better position.
I see.
And growing up, I always said, I'm not your average kind of girl. So if you know me and you've known me for a long time, you'd always hear me say, I'm not your average kind of girl. Because I'm not the average kind of girl. I mean, I'm God's favorite princess. Can do it yourselves. And I have alopecia. And for me, I wouldn't say I'm suffering from alopecia. I'm enjoying alopecia. I've been drawing eyebrows since JHS. Before eyebrow drawing became a thing, I was drawing eyebrows. I was wearing wigs, lace fronts and stuff. Way before people began to wear lace fronts, I was wearing lace fronts. So I've enjoyed it.
You've enjoyed it.
Yes, and in senior high, when it came to maybe scrubbing or something, I was like, oosh, my head is wet. And I just like, I was just slight because of my head. And every excuse I would use my head as an excuse, and I'll just get away with stuff like that. I'm not at home. My parents didn't treat me any different. They didn't see you as a girl suffering from alopecia. You were just their daughter. You do everything everybody did. You cook, you fetch water, you wash the car, you do everything. Just like any of their daughters would do. So, but outside the house, Charlie, I use it a lot to get,
I see. So let's create just a bit of education. Is alopecia a condition that can be treated or it can't?
As of now, there are treatments, but there's no cure.
Okay.
Treatments as in people can use different things. Like for me, so the first treatment I used was the Hair Fantastic, and my hair grew back.
For a year.
For some people, it can grow and then that'll be it. there are different treatments that will work for different people and will get different results. You can use the same medicine and yours will grow forever and mine can fall off again, or mine won't even work at all. But then there's no cure like, unlike malaria where if you take this, that's it. There's no cure like that. But there are a whole array of treatments. There are steroids, there are hormone depressants, and a whole lot out there that you can use to treat it. But there's no cure. There's treatment for alopecia, yes, but there's no cure as of now.
All right, so we're drawing the curtains very soon, but what are your words to anybody watching you who is having, not necessarily alopecia, but a condition that they feel shy to come out and talk about? What would be your advice and your encouragement to such people?
I would tell them, no matter your situation, no matter the condition, you are beautiful. And what always encourages me is God won't give you something you can't handle. You know this is what you are going through. Know that God gave it to you because He knows you can handle it. Know that God will be with you all the way. I didn't get this understanding early, but I feel as when I got it, it was just right. So I won't let that condition stop me from being who I am. I'm a very happy person. I like to dance, I like to cook. And alopecia hasn't stopped me from doing that. I still do what I want to do every day. And it doesn't matter the condition. Know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are here for a purpose. You've got that condition because God wants to use you for something. And the only way God can use you is when you accept yourself for who you are. Once you accept yourself and you let God take the wheel, trust me, everything will just fall into place and you will be happy. You'll be happier than you think you are. And for me, since the 11th of December, I have been extremely happy. I'm a happy child already, but the joy, the excitement has been crazy for me. And that was when I accepted myself for me. This is me. I can't change who I am. My friends were like, "What do you want?" I was like, I haven't changed. I just upgraded. So accept yourself for who you are, no matter what it is. No matter what, it is you. If you don't accept yourself, there's no way anybody else can accept you. If you don't make yourself happy, there's no way anyone can make you happy. And for me, that's why I had to tell you that you live your life. Don't let anything feel like something is going to deter you from being 100%. Nothing can stop you. You are the only person who can stop yourself. So basically, just go out there, love yourself, and do what you can to help others.
All right, in case somebody with alopecia wants to reach out to you for help or for encouragement, what are your social media handles?
It's Adwowa Obeng on Instagram, on Facebook, Adwowa1 on Twitter. Just the Adwowa Obeng, Adwowa. I'm the only Adwowa with 2 W's. So if you missed the 1 W, that's not me. But I think on all my profile pictures, I have a picture of me there. A picture of this me, the new me there right now. So just Adwowa Obeng, Adwowa. Once you type the Adwowa, I think the rest should just come in easily. And then we can hang out.
Right, all too soon we've come to the end of the show. My name is Philip Abutiati and this is YEN TV. Remember, Christmas is around the corner, and so drive and drink responsibly. Do not drive and drink. I'll see you again, but until then, it's Merry Christmas. Yeah.
What is wrong, honey?
I got scammed at the market.
This wouldn't have happened if you used Gigi. Gigi is a huge online marketplace where you can buy and sell goods such as cars, smartphones, or even houses. Gigi is absolutely free. Gigi!
Wow!